Welcome everyone, back with the latest time trial video, where I go through my best lap and show you if I'm able to get gold driving in automatic. And hopefully show other drivers who attempt this in automatic that if I was able to be fast enough, then it can be done. Sometimes I'm not fast enough, or the elite drivers make the gold target out of reach, and I'll have to switch to manual. I'll showcase those laps in these videos as well. I do all my driving on controller, and in time trials, I drive with assists on, which are countersteering, ASM, ABS, and traction if needed. I'm also using the braking area, apex markers, and chasing one of the leader's ghost. The second part of this video will be the chase cam view, so you can see the full position of the car through turns as I'm driving. With all that being said, let's jump right into the lap and show you how I did. This time trial is at the famous Le Mans circuit in the Group 4 Bugatti Veyron. For this time trial, like the last, I didn't need any traction. The Veyron has great grip due to it being four-wheel drive. You want to keep it close to the wall here, following the ghost as I am. I kept it pretty simple for this one, only using the braking area as my braking markers for all the turns. Here I start braking just at the beginning of the first red bar. I try to brake in a straight line, let it coast over the first rubber, then flutter the throttle going through the second rubber of the chicane, then power out. You can use a lot more of the rubber than you may think. The track limits are pretty wide for this trial. This turn, I brake just before the start of the first red bar of the area, let off the brake just before it ends, and coast for a second, then back on the throttle. Here, I brake around the end of the area, and it's a quick brake to get rotated, coast a little, then back on the throttle as I hit the inside rubber. This turn, again, just before the first red bar, brake hard, cut across the rubber, then a quick brake to get the turn, try to hit the rubber on the left, and try not to go too wide and invalidate your lap. Here, I brake right at the beginning of the first red bar, let off just before the last bar, cut across the rubber, then another quick brake on the second braking area. You can go wider than I did, as you see the line the ghost ticks. On this one, I brake a lot earlier before the line. I use the brake sign above as my reference. I brake straight so it takes me wide to the left and I'm able to get a nice inside cut on the corner. On this bend, you want to brake just before the third red bar. I was a little late and ended up going a little too deep, but it worked out for me in the end. Here I brake at the start of the second red bar. You obviously want to be on the right side of the track for the left-hander, but as long as you brake hard enough and get the rotation like I did, you'll be fine. This one, just before the first red bar, brake till after the area finishes, and as you hit the inside rubber you can get back on the throttle. Here, just before the first red bar, brake for a second to get the inside line. Once it grips you can hit the throttle full. You can stay full out through here, and then just let off slightly on the next bend, and be ready to brake quick. And again, on this turn, I brake before the first red bar, hug the inside as much as you can, and you can get on the power pretty early. You can just let it coast through this turn and cut across a lot of the rubber and track like I did. Here I brake as I hit the top of the first red bar, let it coast over the first rubber, then on the gas going through the second on the right. Here I brake before the first red bar, let it coast over the rubber, tap the throttle, swing it to the right and back full on the power. You can use a lot of the track like both the Ghost and I do here. And this lap was good enough to get me a 4:19.909, just over a second and a half under the target time, and this time should be good enough to keep me in gold standing for this trial. Now I leave you with the chase cam view. Hope this video can help all my fellow automatic drivers get themselves that gold. Please like, comment and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and see you in the next video.